to a traditional stance, right? So now we've got our box covered. Guys, hand in, shooting hand in. Now we're gonna get right into our traditional stance. Again, I'm still in my box. So now as my guide hand should never be on the front of the ball. My shooting hand should never be on the side of the ball. Now I'm in a good shooting position. Guide hand on the side, and now we're going to raise and shoot. Okay, so one way to learn how to keep your thumb out of your shot. You got a quarter, take a penny, take a dime, and you pinch it in between your thumb. So again, my shot should not look like this, okay? My thumb is open. I want to keep my guide hand straight. It should always stay straight into my shot. My thumb should not be involved. Okay, again, now you see the rotation when I get my thumb involved. Guide hand on the side, in my box. Now I pinch my thumb and my guide hand stays straight, okay? We're gonna go through the same exercise, right? In your box, now we shoot, start to extend our shots. Good, here we go, nice. Stay in your box, fully extend, good. Index finger straight, on your target, good. Way to finish down, here we go. Box, good. Finish down, nice. Great, good, nice. Good, one more, there you go. Good job, nice. Okay, so we talk about progression. Now we're gonna go to the side. Now we'll start actively shooting, same concept, right? Ryan's gonna be square to his target. I like to use bank shots to warm up. This is just a great way to warm up. You step in the gym, extend, okay? Off the glass, right back down. Again, my form stays in, lift, okay? All the way in. Hey, Ryan, so what we're gonna do, good warm up. 5, 5, and 5, okay? Right into your shots. Here we go. Lift. Yep, we're gonna jump, okay? Small jump. Good. Ryan stays square in every shot. Good extension, good follow through. Nice, good. 3, good. 4, good. Same thing, in the middle, Ryan, same thing. Straight in, good base, yep. Stay in that box, lift and finish, good. 1, nice, up. Left, good. 2, good. 3, nice. 4, good base, lift and finish. Good, Ryan. 5, block. Here we go. Nice. Lift up. 1. Nice. 2. Good. 3. Nice. 3. Staying square. Good, Ryan. 4. Nice job. Good. And 5. Let's get it. Hey, so today, in our shooting, hey, we're gonna talk about breaking down the fundamentals of shooting. A lot of times when people come into the gym, they like to grab a basketball and step outside the three-point line. So today, giving you instruction on how to build your shot. You guys hear me talk a lot about balance, footwork. Shooting is the same way, applies the same way. So in our balance, every shooter has a box, okay? We always talk about your box. With our feet, with our base, we never want to be too wide in our base. We want to have a good stance, maybe just a little bit shoulder width apart. Shooter's box, shoulder, across the head to your shoulder. Every shooter has a box. So if you're outside your box, you're in a bad place. So when we start, okay, one of the things we always want to do, starting, good base, slight bend in the knees. Right hand, left hand, doesn't matter. We always start with the ball underneath. Okay, now we start learning how to have an angle. A good 90-degree, 45-degree angle, and as we lift, okay, we want to be able to stay in our box. Stay in our box, down and up. Okay, as I come into my box, my elbow should not go out. Okay, I want to stay in my box. This is a great way to learn how to shoot, down and up. Okay, so as we get into our up position, down and up, Ryan, up, and we freeze. Every shooter has a pocket. Okay, this basketball should rest right in where you can stick your own finger inside that pocket. So go ahead and check your pocket, Ryan, with your opposite finger. Opposite hand, you should be able to stick your fingers in this pocket. If that ball is resting on your palm, okay, you're in a bad position. Okay, in your pocket, making sure you're good. Stay in your box, check your pocket. That ball should rest right on your fingertips. Check your pocket again for me, Ryan. In the pocket, okay, so now we start talking about your extension. When we shoot, elbow, my elbow should always raise above my eye line. Okay, so if I'm shooting and my elbow stays out in front of me, that means my shot is going to be flat. Okay, so as we go through this exercise, down in your box, now when we lift and extend, we always want to make sure we lock that elbow out. Elbow is above your eye line. Now you're going to get a good lift on your shot. Okay, on our finishes. Hey, this is a conversation I've had with many people over many years. The last finger that always touches when you shoot is your index finger. Some people think it's your middle finger. It's your index finger always rolling off. So now your index is going to be your guide. So on our follow through, my index finger should always point straight and down to my target. Okay, so one of the things we're going to do, a lot of technology, a lot of verbal cues. We talk about a cookie jar. You ate cookies when you were little, you reach into a cookie jar. Okay, so when we finish, I want to reach into the cookie jar as if I'm grabbing cookies and finish down. So simulation, I'm going to take your ball for a second, Ryan. Same thing, in your box, lift over. And again, when you lift, Ryan, I don't want you to turn out. I want you to just lift, stay in your box, cookie jar, and finish. And you notice where Ryan's index finger pointing straight and down to your target. So Ryan, if your index finger goes to your right, where's your shot going to go? That is your pointer. Say, understanding where your shot is going. Full extension, pointing down and finishing straight. Okay, so now, Ryan, all we're going to do is go through this exercise. Same thing, warming up. We're going to use our full extension. Stay in your box, extend, eye level, follow through, cookie jar, index finger straight. We want to put it all together. Here we go. Good. It's a great way to warm up. Okay, in your box and finish. We always finish down on our follow-throughs. Good flick. Finishing down on our follow-throughs. Great way to learn how to shoot, keeping your shot straight. Okay, good. One more, Ryan. One more. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we talk about our guide hand. So now I want to do the same thing, right? Now I want to add my guide hand ever so slightly. Our guide hand is just that. It's there to guide my shot. So now as we stay in our box, I'm just going to add my guide hand to the side of my shot, and now I'm going to go through the exercise. Same thing. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, just keeping your guide hand off of your shot. A lot of times when people shoot, okay, guide hand, thumbs are involved. Okay, on my guide hand. So my guide hand should stay square. Into my shot, I should always finish square. Here's a common problem that a lot of shooters have. Even though I'm warming up, my guide hand starts to open, and now my thumb is involved on the shot. Okay, I always want to keep my guide hand square, my thumb is not involved, and we finish straight. Okay, here we go, Ryan. We're going to go through that same exercise. In your box, keeping everything square. Good. Good. Finish straight. Up. There we go. Here we go. Stay there, James. Stay there. Straight. Good. In that box, lift, finish. Good. In that box, lift, extend, good finish. Here we go. In your box, guide hand, nice. One more. All right. Great base, good stance, good follow through. So when I finish, my follow through is going here. Where's my shot going to go? See where my finger's pointing? Okay, where's my shot going to go? Right, okay, so this is my pointer. So whenever I finish, right, I want to have full extension, and my pointer should finish right to my target. Wherever.
Ready? Here you go. Nice. Nice. There you go. Automatic.
So we're going to start short and simple. Drew's going to feed you on some passes.
Yep.
Okay, right underneath. Again, inner base. Okay, and we're working on. Okay, just into our form. Down. Okay, up. All right, so we'll go 5. Okay, we'll go 5 right here, yeah.
There you go. Nice. There you go. Oh, sorry, bad pass. Gotcha. Nice. There we go. Nice. Hold your follow through. There you you go, snap your wrist. There it is. Come at you, Phil. You're good. Got you. There it is.